here. Hello to your dad. I also want to recognize my big, Dr. Victor Gobia, sitting back there. I want to shout out to Delaware Veteran Soccer Club for being here today. The DJ is a member of that club. As Dr. G said, when it matters, you don't see a lot of people. I want to applaud everyone that is here today. Dr. G, I sat here and I listened to your story. I've listened to this story over and over, but each time you narrate this, it touches the soul. Thank you for what you do. Let's give a big hand to Keith. I heard about this nurse who passed recently, and this adds up to what we're saying here. You don't know what has been going on in her life the past years. Ladies and gentlemen, burnout is real. It is real. It is real. And in healthcare, it gets personal and close. If you remember the first time you lost a patient, I think the nurses here, the healthcare professionals would relate to that. The first time that somebody died on you go home and you think about what you could have done differently, and you just take the blame. You come back to work the next day, and you feel like you killed somebody. You get paranoid, and people are looking your direction. And you struggle with all of this. And somehow you think it's part of the job. Yes, it is part of the job. But you need somebody who can step aside and provide that counseling, that assistance. And that is what Dr. G is doing here today. So, Dr. G, you saw a problem and you're providing the solution. And I want to call on everyone here to support this initiative. Healthcare professionals are the backbone of our community, and we cannot let them down. We need to stand up, support them, support ourselves. I started my nursing career right here at Christiana, a few blocks down the road. It was a very, very challenging time in my life. You come into a unit, you don't see anyone that looks like you, and you have to repeat yourself each time you're trying to say something. There was another colleague that studied with me from Cameroon, and during the orientation process, he was kicked out because nobody had the patience to listen to him and try to understand where he was coming from. You speak with an accent, you're stupid. You don't know what you're saying. It was tough, rough, and I almost gave up. But I stayed the course. And eventually survived day shift. Those of you who do nursing, you understand there's a big difference between day shift and night shift, right? Yeah. Day shift, that is where you see the majority, the Caucasians. You know, when day shift comes in the morning, they want to critique everything that happened during the night. Yes. Yeah. And so working day shift as an orientee, you have to do day shift before transitioning to night. I could not wait to go to night shift. And guess who you see at night shift? Our own, right? But there was this lady that did nights. She was like the charge nurse, and she was white. One day, she didn't come to work. And then, before I realized, she had a breakdown, mental breakdown. So So guess what? Burnout is not only for us, healthcare. And I'm sure this foundation is going to cater for not only minority healthcare workers, but healthcare workers, period. So this lady, that's the first time I understood that burnout can really break you down. And that was the end of her career. She couldn't come to work. It was scary. So, those of you who are in the healthcare business, intentionally, when you can, step back, take a breather. If you want to chase the clocking in and clocking out, it may take you to your grave, literally. So, it is a good initiative that Dr. G is creating this foundation to bring awareness. Because it starts with awareness, and then the rest can follow. I want to transition a little bit to when I went to anesthesia school. Came into our program the very first day. I think there were about 15 of us, and 2 minorities. Myself and one other black from the Midwest, African American. First week of clinical, he dropped out. So I was the only one left. Boy, it was challenging. Those 2.5 years in South Jersey, Philadelphia area, it was challenging. You saw people that wanted to kick you out of the program. Like, they tell you don't belong here. And coming back to making that change, if you're not at the table, how do you make the change? I made up my mind. I didn't have any choice anymore. I had put everything in that basket. I had to graduate. So every semester you have to go sit down with the director, and you're going to read assessment report from clinical mentors. The good thing that saved me was my performance in the classroom. You can't take that away. The answer is the answer, right? Mm-hmm. So when you look at this report kind of from the clinical setting, and you look at the classroom performance, you clearly realize there's a problem somewhere. So anybody who is on that course of trying to make a change in their life, please do not give up. Reach out to somebody. We created an organization, Nest Anesthesia organization, and the sole purpose was to help people like me who can reach out and talk to somebody, complain, difficulties are shared, networking, so that we can learn how to survive in those very difficult environments. Now, I'm going to wrap it up real quick. Dr. G, for this launching, I came here to support with $1,000. Listening to your story, how you took care of your dad, and how you take care of kids, I want to, on their behalf, put another $1,000. Thank you again, and I encourage every one of you to support this initiative. Burnout is real. Thank you very much.